Alright, here we go. Without adjusting any exposure compensation, it's up to 2.0. But I do see clear skies, so that's good news. Before, it was what? Overexposed, right? So that's good news. That shows me this thing is actually capable of maybe 10 or 9 stops of dynamic range. Alright, so now it's back to follow. Yeah, blue skies, not bad. There's rain earlier today. Oh, and there it goes. In the shadows, but the ZVE 10 did the same thing. The sun is beating right in my face. I do have a day off, but I do have to get in to ship a couple of things out. Had a failure with the Synology DS920 Plus last month. Some PCB issues that the support team didn't even want to touch. They just sent me, construction. I would hate to live across them, but you know, they expect you to be out around this time working, not being at home. I guess expectations of you sleeping if you work at night is not there. Night shifts, huh? Being a part of society. But that's what happens when you have a 24-hour economy. People gotta work. So, I'm headed to 34th Street right now. Hopefully the trains are working. I don't know. It's a Monday before July 4th. People are gonna take days off, sick leave, to enjoy their 5-day weekend. People keep saying it's a long weekend, but you know, it is not long. It is just extended. Keep saying extended weekends. It's not a long weekend. Maybe it is. I did get Friday and Monday off, so that's like 5 days. 5 days, not bad. But I do have to go back to 34th Street, ship a couple of things out. I do have the XS20 coming in along with the 8mm from Best Buy. So it was released on Thursday, and finally I'm getting it today. Yeah, hopefully I get it today. But I do have to ship the Synology NAS back, which is gonna cost me a hefty penny. They don't give you a return label, but they do ground ship the item to you. So it did take a week for them, or for me to receive the replacement, even though I did an expedited or support where they send you the replacement before you sent in yours, but then you have to pay for the full price of the replacement until they get the defective item back. So that was a pain. Because now I have to wait for whoever is going to ship it back. It's probably going to take 3 weeks, and hopefully I get the credit back into the account. So gotta do it today, unfortunately. Alright, I just have to wait for the train. See you guys in a bit. Alright. Trains weren't that bad. It is running. Switched over to the queue to make it express. So got here within 20 minutes or so. So that's good. It is forecast, overcast. It might rain later on the day, I'm not sure. But we are at Union Square. I'm gonna walk over to the High Line, since it's such a nice day, and walk towards 34th Street. It's 10:30, so that should give the FedEx guy to deliver the XS20, right? Along with the loads. Hopefully. You never know, especially on days when there are big holidays such as July 4th weekend. So not bad. I could do without the humidity, but you know, it is what it is. At least I got some sunshine. It's supposed to be rainy this whole weekend and tomorrow. Hopefully not during the fireworks, but yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Rain. So maybe going to Gantry Plaza is not gonna be an option around 9. But you know, maybe I'll take the GoPro. Not the GoPro, the Action 3. For the weather sealing. Okay, now it's in follow mode. So let me lower this a little bit. There we go. Alright. Yeah, blue skies with 2+ exposure comp. And it's overcast, so I guess the smog really got to it the last time around. You have the ND filter on, so it's at 160 shutter speed in the street with 1.8 aperture. So yeah, I'm starting to like this thing. One thing I did find while rendering the videos is that you cannot render it at HEVC 35 bits constant bit rate. Sometimes it drops the frame or corrupts the frame, 1 or 2 frame from that. But I just dropped the bit rate to 20. Maybe I'll adjust it to 25 just in case. But yeah, I dropped it to 20 and no rendering issues after that. It is on the M1 Studio, so I don't know if it's an M1 issue, but definitely is a problem with corrupt frames inside the video. So at 5th and 14th, we're gonna walk all the way down to the High Line. I would like to go to Chelsea Market, but it's a nice day outside. Why even bother? I'm not gonna bother going into Chelsea Market today. Let's go around. I don't see the express bus. Either aren't. Oh, it's 10:30. There are tourists around, obviously, but not many people. Maybe that's just how it is at 10:30 every weekday. Maybe that's what people don't see foot traffic that I do during rush hour, where you barely get enough seats. No, you don't get any seats. You barely get enough space inside every car, all the way to the front. That's a problem during rush hour, but no one else sees it unless if it's like this right after 10. Yeah, so you don't have to go into work that day. Not sure. Yeah. Google headquarters. I've been there a couple of times. Not into Google headquarters, but serve some documents. It was fun. They have to take a picture of you. They have to do this, they have to do that. But once you're in, I guess you can press all the buttons to get into all the floors. That I didn't do that. I just went on my merry way, served the documents, and that's the end of that. And I think the people that served the documents moved into another location, which is even more awkward to work in, because you have to go to a basement, you have to sign in, you have to say where you're going, and then they assign you or your group a person to escort you up the elevator. Once you're up in the elevator, especially with a group, you would have to wait for everyone else to be done so they can escort you back to the first floor. Super inconvenient, but that's the way you gotta do it. Yep. Construction, 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 construction. Always construction in the city.
Are you working? Okay.
Yeah. The sport of living in the city is construction. The scaffolding, they never go down. Once they go up, they never go down. This is true. And now you have one lane to walk through.
Oh, now.
And
Looks like labor.
I guess that's what you gotta do. Oh, we're at. I don't even know. 6th. Yeah, we're at 6th. Yeah, good that it's overcast. Because of the humidity, I'm already sweating. Yeah. This summer you're gonna hear a lot of me complaining about the heat. In winter, not only can I walk faster, but I'll stop the quitting too. I mean, stop the complaining too. This summer weather is not for me. Spring and fall. But fall is a problem because you don't get the foliage as you're used to in spring. Salvation Army to my left. Seems like they're closed. This is Salvation Army. Yeah, I think there is one by Broadway in Astoria. By 43rd Street or something like that. Right after the post office or before the post office. Oh yeah. So I did notice that Neat Video does a great job using footage here in low light situations. I just left it at 6400 ISO with 1.8 aperture and let Neat Video do its thing. And I guess for 1080p, it only took a minute per minute. So one ratio 1:1 for it to remove the noise from the video, right? Yeah. So it was pretty quick. Usually I use 4K with the DJI Pocket when I used to do that. It would take forever.
That is impressive.
That's why I think of switching over to the M2 Ultra, which has 60 GPU cores, and you can update or upgrade it to, I guess, 70 for $1,000 more. But I don't know why it's $1,000. Because on the regular M1 Max, upgraded, I think, 200. But the Ultra, it's 1,000. It should be 600 max. So I don't understand. But I guess you gotta pay the Apple tax. Yeah. It's a silent machine. Just sits there idle until I give it work. And it has, it seems, less power than my fully built and heavy Ryzen 5950X machine with a 3090 Ti on it, and does the same job as I needed to do almost at the same amount of time, except when I use Catalyst Browse. When I use Catalyst Browse, I believe I need all the cores from the M2 Ultra to get the same amount of performance as I would get from the 5950X. But I don't know, the Catalyst Browse. Why do you only use CPU cores? Utilize the whole machine. No? I don't know. Probably how the code is written. And Sony's infamous for changing unless they get paid to do so. Haven't done Catalyst Prepare yet. But you get a plugin for Adobe, which screws up my whole workflow. So the first thing I did was uninstall, delete the plugin, and figure out where it was and how to remove it from the system, especially from the Mac. It is a pain in the butt to reduce it or remove it, the plugin. Yeah, the way I work is I interpret the footage manually to whatever I prefer. And then just put on a loop or an additional LUT converter from LUT calc, and that is it. That is as simple as that. Yeah, now we are at 8th Avenue. Yeah, carrying this thing is much better than the ZVE 10. Usually this is similar amount to ZVE 1 because of the same profile. The weight profile. So thank God Sony made something smaller. I haven't seen, as I keep saying, I haven't had it overheat on me. It just keeps on chugging. It works for me. If it overheats on you, then unfortunately you would have to get the A7S III, which I also have, and I barely use it because I think it's a waste of its capabilities, especially if you're not using the electronic viewfinder (EVFs) on it. With this, I don't feel like it's a problem. Oh, there's the door building. I don't think this is a waste when I don't have an EVF. But I did use the first video camera. I think it was an A7S III. Thinking because of its low light capabilities, maybe it would also be great at photo shoots. But to my surprise, it is not so great as video in low light conditions, but it does take amazing pictures. 12 megabits is all I need. I go for wide angles anyway. I stopped using 50mm altogether. So the lowest I would ever consider, especially in the city, would be an 18mm. Knowing now what I know now. If I knew what I knew now back then, options were quite limited. And these lenses, wide angle lenses, were superior design, but they lacked portability. problem is portability. But now you have smaller compact lenses which have flaws in them, but the camera corrects these flaws internally before even it gets where you get to review the image. So that's a technological marvel. I like it. Since the R10 or R7, that's the one I have, R7, is an APS-C mount, Canon has yet to release a wide enough lens for doing this all day long. So I did resort to getting a used EFS 10 to 20, 10 to 22. I can't remember, but one of those. But what I recognize is that it has longitudinal, I don't know if it's slow cut, but it does have chromatic aberrations, especially at throughout the image, I guess, throughout the I don't know, throughout the focal length, but throughout the image, at least at its widest possible 10 millimeters. I tested it out on a Blackmagic 6K. Yeah, it did have a lot of chromatic aberrations, unfortunately, but I'm still going to use it since Canon has yet to release something that I can use with an APS-C lens. I did buy the R7 because of the 800mm, which I can use with the 1.6 crop, not only to take pictures but also videos of the moon. So it's a one-trick pony for me. The 800mm 11 along with the R7. Yeah. So maybe I'll get to use it more often when I do take videos of the moon. Or maybe I'll go into I don't know, the zoo. I probably won't. But yeah, animals. The 800mm is just sitting collecting dust right now. But I would like to have it and not have it. If something does happen and it requires that kind of zoom length, I have it. Oh, another update. I went to Robert's camera, which is recommended by the Angry Photographer, and did put in the R6 Mark I for a quote of what they might pay, and it was much better than what B&H offered. I got the code back as $10.75, and they would even pay for the shipping. So that's another thing I gotta do. I did order an R6 Mark II from Alan's camera. Great people. Great people. They do ship things right away. Now I haven't checked my phone to see if there's an issue, because I know the R6 Mark II is sold out everywhere. So hopefully it's not. Well, hopefully it's not. And it does ship by today. Well, that means I would get it by Wednesday. Okay. So hopefully I get it by Wednesday. I also got the EFS lens, the 10 to 20, the 22 from Alan's. There's an issue where they sold the one that I ordered, but they did have another one, so they'll be fine. Received it in perfect working condition and as they described it, for $220 I think, which is a great price compared to buying it new for $500, $650 if not on sale, but $500 when it's usually on sale. Yeah, not worth it. Come on, Canon, release a wide-angle APS-C lens, please. You have the only reason I got into the Canon system is because of the 16mm. because of the 16mm. It's just nice, small, compact, almost a pancake, but sits on the R6. But the R6 has some severe limitations. I really switched over to doing this long, an hour, 2 hour recording style, and the R6 would not keep up. The problem is that it has an artificial overheating limit, right? So they solve it by firmware, right? How do you solve it by firmware? By removing those artificial limits. Because every time you do something over 30 minutes, it'll read out, oh, you have 20 minutes left, and you do another 15 minutes, it'll tell you 20 minutes left. You do another 15 minutes, it'll tell you 15 minutes left, right? And also the 30-minute record limit. I have to stop, shoot. It takes 2 seconds to do, right? But it's still a pain in the butt to do so. With this, I can see it's recording, and we'll keep recording until the battery runs out. Since it's at 1080p, I do not expect it to overheat, but I don't have that constant restraint where, oh, you have 10 minutes left of recording because of overheating, and just the camera just shuts down on you. Especially if you have that 30-minute limit and the camera is not physically overheating. If you stop recording, it might even tell you, oh, you can't record anymore. And who knows for how long. The duration is not set by you, it's set by the camera's internal coding. Great work, Ken. Great work. But now I have to sell this thing and then get the R6 Mark II. The R5C, I saw it's on sale for $4,000. So I guess they're getting rid of that model pretty soon. Was considering it, but yeah, it's not gonna. After using the BMP CC6K, it is not something that is for me, at least currently. So I'm not even gonna bother with it. RAW, I don't need to shoot in RAW. Just set your white balance. It's a pain. Set your white balance to either 56 or 4,000, depending on what location you're in, and you're good to go. So this is the start of the end of the line,
and then it moved to this location.
and you can see.
Well, when this neighborhood really started to get them.
Finally, some shade. I think I'm going back to the office because I want to grab some water at the office.
Reminds me of that one in Sydney, you know, the one down near the
Yeah.
powerhouse.
The back of it, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
That's gonna be funny if it does. I would have to run, Forrest. Yeah, the flowers are out. Very nice. Not yellow, pink. Haven't seen those before. Cool. Yeah. Not a bad day to take time off and enjoy New York City. Staycation. Not at all. That's the last view. You have to really learn to use the trigger button on this thing instead of just rotating the whole camera. I should train myself, but I don't trust it. I think it'll just reset, or it will just fail. The camera is really light, so I don't think it's gonna do it. But who knows? You never know. access to the Zoom again. Seems like I do a good job without actually looking into it. So that's good. So before, I think you had to reserve during COVID your time and how many people you were going on a party into that little park area. But I don't think you can do it anymore, or you don't have to do it anymore, because people are just walking in and out. So that's cool. I haven't been there yet. Not today. Maybe some evening. Yeah. Sometime soon. Yeah. The weather feels like you're in Paris, except it's a little more hotter than I'm used to. 22 degrees Celsius, overcast, perfect for me. That's what it was for almost a month in June and July. Especially if you're walking around Versailles. It'd be very, very distressing to feel the sun right on your face. You know. Nice quiet view. Cobble streets. Not bad. Yeah, now you got a driving range right across. Quite expensive for what it is. Sometimes I would take my Callaway there. I'd hit a couple of rounds, but that would be way too expensive by the end of the night. I guess with golf swings, you have to keep hitting balls. It gets to be a pain after a while, especially if it's that expensive and you can't just hit it. Lots of people, that's good, because they keep saying New York City's back. So are the trees. And the guided tours. And the drinks. With the people. Oh no. Sometimes people don't look straight up while they walk. That's a problem. Most of the time they're just enjoying the views, but sometimes it's just that they're looking at their phone screens. Nice little roundabout, but very cozy, which I like, and slippery at the same time. Hopefully I have some grip over the shoes. Yeah. These pink flowers are quite interesting. It's a nice glass view, as always. Can't really remember when they placed these. 15, 10 years ago, decade, not so sure. Nice experience. My friend, who's Arabic, says that sign doesn't make sense. Well, that text doesn't make sense, that sentence. I think he's right. I think he's right. But yeah, tourists, people are back in the city.
So they don't, yeah, they don't spend any money to fix anything, and they don't contribute.
Yeah, whoever cash really had homes. Me in particular, no one else. But definitely me. I wouldn't want to be walking over this if the sun was just beating on top. Right? Nice cool breeze. And actually tolerable. Oh, you know what I missed? Put up a tall staircase which you can just walk up of. Yeah, I missed that one. That's something new. Yeah. Maybe one thing they can do better is maybe widen up the walkway. But yeah, if you're walking slow, enjoying the views, it doesn't matter. And you can always overtake people when there are gaps. But if there aren't any, you're stuck in the middle, squished in, which is a pain.
Yeah, because I would be right here.
Nice little views. Very cool. 30 minutes, not bad. Put in a new set of batteries in here. Still have full charge, so let's see how long it goes throughout the day. These are the used ones that you get from B&H. They sold it to as new, so hopefully I get something around 90 minutes. Probably got 10 minutes while I was walking to the end train, 10 or 15 minutes. But yeah.
Non c'è il parco.
Nice little walk through the foliage in the middle of a city as large as New York. Not a bad idea. Hopefully they don't take this away. Never know. Never know. With the city budgets, you know, they're gonna prioritize what's good. Priorities. Yeah, it brings a lot of business in the area. Maybe a bad decision if they did remove this piece of wonder in the city. Very peaceful. You can barely hear. You can't hear the cars, but where can't you is the question.
He was running into
Yeah, so this is what I mean when you get stuck. And you have the influx of people on the offside. You gotta do it at a slow pace, which is fine with me. But when you are at your lunch break, which is not much, 30 minutes, that's by law. If you work certain hours and you get 30 minutes, it's definitely not worth it in New York City. By the time you go to the Subway sandwiches, stand in line, get whatever you need, it's already time to get back. It's run back. And that's the end of your lunch. Back to your 4 more hours, or 5 more hours, or 6 more hours, whatever your employer asks of you and you are willing to do. Yeah, they had a nice mural up here. I guess they switched it over. Let's try zooming in again. There we go. I think the lens stopped moving now. And I'll zoom right back. This is fun. I hope no dust gets into the mechanism because that's gonna make it hard in the long run for it to operate. Yeah, not bad. If all you need is neat video in low light conditions, not too extreme, but you know, low light conditions, then this is a perfect sensor and a design to use. But then you have to get a neat video, which is not bad. Which is not a one-trick pony. You can use it with any other cameras they prefer, but it does take some time to be useful. They put a pot right in front. Cauldron. That's cool. I think they removed the spinning wheel of death and put something more static. I don't know if that spinning thing was powered by solar or not. But if it was, then great. If it wasn't, I don't care either way. It was able to get all of its power from sun. Perfect. Empire State, that's where you're headed. Oh, this is not only a cauldron, but some sort of yeah, cool. Very cool.
Toll aus hier.
Young VZ. No idea. Guess that ND filter is doing its job. thing's down to 125 shutter speed, but the ISO has it moved. Oh, it moved 2000, 1000. Yeah, the base ISO is 1000. I think I don't have to keep switching the ND filters. That'll be a pain. Yeah, I have to press the FN button to even highlight the ND filters. To tap on the screen. Oh, I just lost 1 bar on the battery. And we're up to, I think, 55 minutes. And this recording is 41, but I'm adding on the 15 minutes from the end train. Scaffoldings. They gotta remove the scaffoldings. Why? Oh, one time I did see a bat nesting up in the scaffoldings. Never seen a bat in New York City before, but there you go. Maybe it was a vampire. Not sure. That's cool.
Your eyeballs.
That's funny.
Yeah, another spot. Nice little spot to view the city, the street, the vehicles. Not bad. Definitely need that water break when I get back. Well, yeah, I just realized that to drag that analogy to the post office to get it shipped off with tracking, and then wait for deliveries by FedEx and prepare the R6 for shipping to Roberts. Tons of work on a Tuesday at 11:20. Did I say Tuesday? No, Tuesday. Monday. Yeah, Monday. I don't get days off, so Monday.
Good. Fortune absolue.
I'll show you what's in front. Tall buildings, basically. Notes. Ready to go for office workers. But commercial real estate is having a problem. The prices are too high. They're not willing to lower it by anything. Or by much, unfortunately. It's New York real estate. Commercial real estate.
When I was ignorant.
You got seaplanes again landing on the East River. Probably docked by 34th Street, I think. Yeah, I forgot what the services are called. Anyway, it's not for me to remember. Not gonna be using those. I think I go to Boston and back. Probably 45 minutes. Balloon Dafa is good. I don't know. There's a sign there. I don't know what it means. So don't take it as a political statement.
Every 3 days. I think it's like
I'm all for rights, so if it's for rights, depending on what kind of rights. I might be for or against it, but yeah, no comments until I know what it is about. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna rain in the afternoon for a short duration, but it seems so. Going from sunny to this cloudy and probably rain, and then back to whatever it's supposed to be. But this helps my demonstration of this thing, because the dynamic range was questionable after I taped Brooklyn Bridge, and so everything in the sky was gray. But this morning when I did turn it on, when there were no clouds in the skies, it did look blue. I'll see when I get back. Let's see if the
little one.
it's open all the way to 33rd Street. If not, then I have to turn back and head out locally. It's usually open, but it doesn't seem so. They still haven't opened it since they closed it last fall. I gotta say, I really like this combo. The Zhiyun M2s with ZV-1 Mark II. Love the wide angle lens. I know people keep complaining about it, why the lens is not stabilized. I guess Sony didn't have one lying around in their hard spin and couldn't put one in. That's what happens. I don't think it's nefarious, it's just Sony did not have the capacity to put a lens on it which is wide enough, or wider. I would like it at 16 so I can actually do 4K, but wide enough with stability on top of it. You can easily fix those issues with the Zhiyun M2s. One thing would be crappy if they increase the aperture from 1.8 to 2. That would be crappy, because then the low light capability of this thing would be horrendous. Yeah, people are not walking across, so I'm assuming that side is closed until that point. I'm gonna walk to that point. Right. So this is Javits, where you have all those conventions. And where the vaccination was taking place, I guess. That's where I went anyway. The first 2 doses. Let's get that right. For the first 2 doses. After that, everything went to crap. Yeah, you have choppers taking off from the left. Choppers up there. Unfortunately, I cannot go around 34th. So I'm gonna take the local way in, which is Crapshoot, because it's a commercial avenue where you have tons of trucks coming in from New Jersey, the tunnel. Yeah, people just want to get on their way. Not a friendly place to walk. Yeah, now it's telling me it's not exposed correctly. And now it's back. I would refuse to go down from +2 if I can, because I know S-Log 3 or S-Log in general has bad noise in the shadows. The worst one is C-Log 3, right? C-Log 3 is the worst, but I know S-Log, I need to expose 2 stops above so the shadows are not noisy. But for this scenario, no one will ever notice. Unless you're watching it on a 4K TV. I don't think many people are doing it. People are barely watching it on their iPhones. Depending on the screen resolution, it doesn't matter. You have to squint. This is why, because New York City, I don't know where I'll be going, what conditions I'll be in. Prefer to leave it at aperture priority and not deal with the shutter being perfectly at 50. It's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt. Because I'll be constantly thinking about my shutter speed while just doing a walk. It's perfect. One in sensor, I don't have to worry about it being at 4,000 shutter speed with the ND filter on a sunny day. As long as it's below 1,000, I'll be fine. I have plenty of times. Oh yeah, they should have a pink tree up there, which they put up recently. Let's see if I can walk through here now, since I cannot walk the other way. So maybe I can walk through here. Yeah, pink. Don't have that. Yeah. See how that goes. Oh yeah, you can walk through here. Cool. Little tennis court down there in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. Quite interesting. Yeah, so they introduced this in a couple of months. Cool. And also this walkway, which I've never been on. That should alleviate me walking through commercial traffic. As you can see, the roads are heavily used down there. And the US Postal Office trucks are right across. Basically like a big warehouse of trucks. Oh. Let's see how far this thing goes. Oh, it takes a left. Let's see where it goes. Left, hopefully into 34th. I hope so. It goes straight down. Oh, ain't down there. Well, let's go down there anyway. It's a dead end. Nice wooden plank. Oh, that's where it goes. Great. Quintessential modern Zhiyun. It's not the 70s anymore. Thank God. Nice little plank structure. Not bad. Middle of nowhere. But I guess that's the only place you can build it. You can still smelt the wood. So they basically finished construction probably a couple of months ago. Maybe a couple of weeks ago. Probably a couple of weeks. Because I didn't see this open last time I was here, which was probably around April or March. April or March. Whole Foods, lunchtime, got a big little screen there. Not bad. Place to have your lunch. So according to that sign, this place is open to the public from 10 to 1 a.m. Hopefully you're not here that late. Yeah. Hot and humid day, but still not bad enough. This could be worse with the sun out. Okay, let's walk towards B&H and then come back at 34th Street. Manhattan West. Yeah, then you have Moynihan train station right there, which is beautiful compared to what we had before. Unfortunately, the postal office did lose its space, but I think it's better off. At least the train station is better off. I don't know. The postal service is better off, but definitely the train station is better off. You're not underneath the dank, dark building. You know, it's a train station. People don't stay there long enough. It's utilitarian. Sometimes, you know, New York City. You have to show people why they want to visit New York City. It's not always work, go, run. Efficiency. You get paid more for that. I don't think that's what you have to be doing. Turn right. As you can see, cars are impatient to get out. Another car's the drivers. Finally. Now I would want to cross over. So let's cross over. For cyclists, no cyclists, good. Now let's walk down 34th Street and see how much that package is going to cost me to send over to Synology. Hopefully not more than 60 bucks. But I have to be back here at the post office. Let me cross over. What is this? Lunchtime, almost 12 o'clock. So I guess you're going to see a lot more foot traffic than before. Oh, this thing is down to one car now. That was fast. 1 hour, 20 minutes. I'm still going. Hopefully I'll get 10 more minutes out of this. Then I'll pop in the other battery, which I've been using this whole time. I guess 90 minutes is what I expected of one single battery, which is good enough for me. Light, compact, and gets what I need to be done. Walking down Sam Ash. I think I've been there once. I got a little guitar, small little guitar, which I haven't touched since the pandemic, but I did get one to play around with. Maybe I'll get around to it after I'm done exhausting all my film hobbies. Let's see. Eighth Avenue. Those scaffoldings have been up there for 4 years, 5 years, maybe 6 years. Yeah, those things are not going away anytime soon. I guess that's how New York City works. The scaffoldings go up, they never come down. Then we have another one in front where they tore out the whole building, and I guess they're reconstructing it, but again, that has been for like 6-7 years. definitely before 2018, 2019. At least 2019. A year is a lot of time. Yeah, they have been up. Again, it's an inconvenience because you have to squeeze through a single file with very stressed out New Yorkers. Yeah. I don't know how you want or why you would want to squeeze stressed out New Yorkers. Definitely don't want to do that. Maybe I'll just run across. Yeah, I'll just run across. Battery's holding up. It's not in redlining anytime. I haven't seen a red line yet. So that's hour 30 minutes. Not bad. Yeah, now you'll see what I mean by squeezing through. Right? Even on the sidewalk, you gotta fight for your right to be on to walk. Yeah. This has been here for 6 years. Yep. Now you squeeze between a single file. Moving through or not moving through. Horrible scaffoldings. Why are you still here? Yeah, they took down that building several years ago. But the scaffoldings haven't. Yeah, I pushed this thing a little too far. Pushed it a little too aggressively too far. That's what happens. But that's good. You can definitely not do that with an A7S III. Well, with the 14 millimeter sitting on top of it. On this thing. But I won't be able to use the DJI Mini 3 for this long either. So compromise. You gotta compromise. Still working. But I lost one bar, the Zhiyun power. Maybe because of that little incident earlier. I lost it. But yeah, definitely not 10 hours. Battery life. Possibly 3 hours. Maybe 4. And then the battery gets worse and worse every time you charge it. Because it's not replaceable. It's stuck in. Alright guys, so I'm gonna call it. Hopefully this was helpful.